We're here to talk through this type fit Sudoku by Wei-Hwa Huang with an X theme, and that's from the shape of the slashes in these grids. You'll see there are 4 slashes per cell, and that's because the range here is 1 through 10. Actually, the most interesting clue, you often look for like a 2 at the bottom or like an 8 at the top. In this case, we actually have an 8 on the top here, in the case of already of a 9, and this 9 on the top here. So you need a larger value. So these two spaces are very easy to fill in. Notice we now have 4 of the 5 numbers in this row and 6 not yet placed, so we actually know that 6, 9, 2, 8, and 10 are unique over here. 2 is the only value left that's smaller than 6, and this 8, and so this looks like a good start to the grid in general. The 2's here can't work with this cell, so there's a 2 in this cell, and there's a 2 in this cell, and I'll just mark that note on the slash. I don't yet know if it's up or down, but this is a sure number. These 5's mean there's a 5 in this cell. We still want to think about big values, and so let's sort of look at the value 9, which can't go under this 5. Sorry, be smaller than this 5 by sitting right there, so 9 has to go in here, which means 9 is in one of these cells. 9 is in one of these cells, so can't do more of that right now, but that's as good as we can get going. So maybe it's coming through the center. So here we got these 4's that eliminate all but these boxes, and a 4 can't be under a 5, so this is a big 4, meaning this is a 4. Something similar to that actually looks to be true with these 6's. It goes the other way here, but these 6's can't be under a 5. So in the same way these 4's don't work here, these 6's don't work here. And so this cell has to be a 6, forces this cell to be a 6. So that's a nice symmetric set of logic from Wei-Hwa here. Means this is a 9, this is a 9. Just looking through that, now we've blocked off this column, so these large values have to get up, but not in that first column. So an 8's across these, which means that an 8's over here, so an 8 will have to be in this cell. And this 10 has to still fit in here, but can't be over the 6, so this will have to be a 10 as a large value. 2 is the smaller value here. 10 has to fit in one of these cells. It's actually now forced to join with the 8. So this is quickly clearing up. This will be a 1, 3. This is a 1, 3. Will have to be over a 7. This will be 5 with another 1, 3. So we're getting some structure of this 1, 3. And actually, if you look here, value smaller than 6, this is another 1, 3. So this is a better puzzle to work top to bottom from because we're going to have some ambiguities on the low end till we're a little further along. But let's see what we can do with this position. This 10 and this 10 and that 8 and that 8 actually say this is an 8, 10 cell. This is a 7 down below, and again a 1 over a 3 somehow. This 10 can only go in the space, and this 8 can only go in the space. Again, just working through what we know. That puts an 8 down here. And it now means we have a case where we have 1, 3, and 7 to go in this box, and the only value that's larger than a 5 is that 7. So it looks like following the 7 path around is going to resolve what we need to do, because we can get over here with this 7 forced, and now where this would look like a 1, 3, as you've been seeing everywhere in the left of the grid, the only value we have that's of 1 or 3 is that one in the bottom. So we know this is a 1, gives a 3, gives a 1, gives this 1, gives this 3, gives this 1, gives this 3. That resolves, so a 1 has to sit here. All those 1's eventually point to this being a 1 in the space. The 7 from up above is left to be here, and 4 and 5 are all that's left in that box. 2 and 3 are all that's left here in this box. This column only needs a 5. This cell only can take a 4, and this can only take a 3, and we're through the puzzle. So a good way to stretch the range to 1 to 10. Hopefully that wasn't, for those who never read the rules, you might have been thrown for a little bit, but once you see the 10s matter, really quick ways for the 10s to work together, even cases where we would start to like track the 8 10s all around the group, but coming downwards 10 to 8s into 7s, eventually the 7 forcing finally a 1-3 resolution is how this puzzle works. So if you're good with your notation and good in tracking that this was a big to small puzzle, probably had a good level path through getting through this Tuesday difficulty. So thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you again soon.